Yesterday I put out a video on a concept in neutral that I was kind of struggling in. And in response to that, somebody commented on the video and said I should watch Juicebox's explanation of footsies. Now this is a video I've gotten suggested to me once before. I just kind of forgot about it. And so this time what I did at 1:30 in the morning was open this 48-minute video up and say, I'll watch maybe half of it. And then I'll watch the other half tomorrow when I wake up. And as you probably guessed, what happened was I sat there for the entire 50 minutes. And by 2:20 in the morning, I had a page full of notes that I'm here to share with you today. I figured this would be a better way to present what I actually learned rather than just kind of react to the video. And I'm going to leave it running in the background so you can kind of see the things that I learned play out. And I'll leave the actual link to the video in the description below. I know a lot of you have probably seen this already. It has 142,000 views and it's from 2014. I've just been in the dark about it because I started so late. But to hop into it, the first idea that gets reiterated a few times in this video is that whiff punishing is a read. It's a soft read. It's not a reaction. And I never really thought of it like that. And so the example we're given, I think, is Bison walks forward and does stand medium kick. So what you can do is I'm predicting that he's going to walk forward and press X button, whatever character you're playing against, whatever their good poke is, whatever that person likes to press a lot. And so you walk back a little bit to keep the correct spacing to whiff punish that button that you're looking for. It's a lot like looking for a fireball in a sense. Before anything's happened, you have to tell yourself that you're looking for this button. I'll stand at this space and go for it. If I see the button come out, I'll go for it. That's sort of the idea of whiff punishing predictively. It does involve some reaction, but it's not solely based on your reactions. You are predicting that they are going to walk forward and press this button, or they're going to walk forward and stick something out at you, a poke, and you're going to whiff punish that poke. And that's if they're approaching you, right? But what if they're not approaching you? What if they're not whiffing buttons? The other thing you can do is walk forward. And as you're walking forward, you think about what button they're going to press, what poke they're going to stick out, and then you walk in and out of that range and you make it whiff. So there we have a game plan for both defense and offense. When you're playing defensively, you can stay at a certain spacing and look for that button that they love sticking out. If you're playing offensively because they're not really coming to you or whatever it may be, and you're taking up space walking forward, you can do the same thing. You just have to walk in and out. You have to look for the poke that you think is coming. And then he sort of talks about, like, if you get really in their head and you know that a button is coming, you can even walk forward and stuff it. And in Street Fighter V, you can crush counter it. I think in the video, he takes a look at Adon's stand heavy kick. I don't play I've never played Street Fighter 4, but I think that's what he took a look at, was Adon's stand heavy kick. And he made it whiff, but then he said if you know that they're just going to keep pressing it, you can walk in and just counter hit it. You can stuff it. It's all about using your movement options in a game where traditionally movement is not does not have a heavy emphasis, right? It's not like Melty Blood or Smash. And so if they walk forward, you can walk forward and try and stuff this button you think is coming. Or if they walk forward, you can walk backwards and make this button you think is coming whiff. It's all about predicting. It's not about reactions all the time. And sometimes you even have to walk backwards before they walk forward to whiff punish some buttons, like huge ones. You have to pay attention, pay real attention to what your opponent likes to use. You can't play neutral the same every single time. And a line that really stuck with me is stop playing your game and play against your opponent. I think this is what separates like the intermediate from the great players, like having to really sit down and think about how you perceive a matchup, or like how you approach a matchup mentally. I knew some of this stuff before I went into it, right? I've been taught to walk in and out of certain ranges, but I didn't really know what to look for. Like mentally, I don't really know how to think about it. But physically, I know how to react and I know what to input or what to whiff punish with. This video just sort of gave me the brains behind the mechanics that I was performing. It was sort of like I was doing things that I didn't really understand why I was doing them and they were working. But now, like sort of knowing how to think about neutral and how to approach every matchup, right? This is not a matchup specific. This is not even a game specific video. This is from Street Fighter 4 and I'm using it in Street Fighter 5 now. But I feel like I can be more consistent in my whiff punishing now. My hit confirms are pretty decent. I play Karen. She's a character who demands that kind of thing. But it's landing those hits that I want to be more consistent in. And I think this video has really given me a better game plan, like a better way to think about approaching the game. Now that I understand what my character needs to do to win and what I need to do to win, I have to focus on remembering what my opponent has to do to win and countering that. I have to play not only my game, but their game too. And I've got to remember that nothing is guaranteed. I have to take risks in order to get anywhere or to like learn things and improve, at least for now, like while I'm trying to implement stuff. And I can't always be obsessed with what works. You can't play neutral the same against every single person because some people don't even want to play neutral. Some people will literally just use whatever neutral skip option they have because they don't want to play it, and their character allows them to do that. And some characters have better neutral skip options than others. Some people don't have to learn how to play traditional neutral like this. So yeah, learning all this stuff and then going into a game and losing to a Balrog who's just throwing dash punches at you can be frustrating. And in those moments, I just have to remember that I'm here to get better. I'm here to improve. I'm not here to win the game. And if I lose a few trying to improve as a player, it's all right. And if I get hit by 6 dash straights while I'm trying to whiff punish it or move out of the way or move in to make it negative, that's fine. At least I'm trying. And that's the biggest part, is just trying. But yeah, I can't really do this video justice. You just need to go watch the full 48 minutes. This is just what I learned. Like, this is just my page of notes. So I'll leave that in the description. Definitely check it out if you're trying to improve your neutral game or just trying to improve as a player in general. It explains a very abstract and ambiguous concept in a way that's not too hard to understand. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go check out the full guide, and I'll talk to you again soon.